against an employee, the board president shall inform the complainant that in order to protect the employee's right to an adequate notice before a hearing of such complaints and charges, and also to preserve the ability of the board to legally consider the complaints or charges in a subsequent evaluation of the employee. It is the policy of the board to hear such complaints or charges in closed session unless otherwise requested by the employee pursuant to Government Code Section 54957. The board president shall also encourage the complainant to file using the appropriate district complaint procedure. So I have two comment forms. Rose?
Come on up, Rose. We have a podium. We have a little.
Can I just give this to everyone? Pass it out, please.
Good evening, board, and community. Thank you for letting me speak tonight. Can you hear me? Excellent. My name is Rose Leisure, a teacher at Hooper Elementary School for 35 years, way in the district. But I'm here tonight on a very serious matter. And the situation is this. I gave you a graphic. I don't know if y'all have it yet. And it is a MTSS model, which is a multi-tier system of support. And these are all the types of structures that you have in your school to have our students be successful in their literacy development. But it also includes social emotional development, behavior, professional development, lots of things. The reason why I gave that to you is because in that model, it says teamwork. That means people. At a school, it means teachers and support staff. And at Hooper Elementary, we don't have a full staff. And so all these different systems that we could utilize, we can't because we don't have anyone there to run that group or that program or implement that structure. And so I'll give you an example for me. Yesterday? I had my classroom all planned out for what I was going to do. And then I get students walking in my door because there's not enough teachers. I have to take students for the day. Well, this happened last Thursday, and it just happens like almost every day. And it impacts my students' learning, what I have for them, but I also equally worry about how it impacts the students that are coming into my room, because if they arrive with no materials, then I have to figure out what to do to give them kind of support in their learning for that day. So I'm asking to please look at how we can motivate people to come into our district to work. Now, there's different ways, and maybe some people don't like it, but a structure that they can be successful in. Money incentives. People are coming from Ferndale driving a van on the coast that runs up all the people that are coming from the coast. There's a lot of them. And some of them aren't used to the road I am now, but we have our winter storms and all the other things that go on. But when I look at other schools and they have extra support, they have a reading coach, they have a music teacher, they have all these things. We don't even have our front line of defense, which is teachers. And the teachers we're getting, people ask me to be mentors and other people, they're not even in, and this is no put down to them because I admire them for showing up every day in the situation that they find themselves. I try to mentor them. But how do I mentor them to say, I'm sorry, you got 6 kids that are from, you're a first grade teacher, but you have 6 from 5th grade. I had multiple grade levels. I have students that are challenges, and I do okay with them because I've known their families and even them for years. So they work with me a little bit more than a new person. But we've got to get Hoopa Elementary into a mode of being fully staffed to offer literacy to our students. It breaks my heart when I go every day in my room, and I've been there forever, and I've been in a lot of positions. So I have a lot of stuff in my closets to go and and grab. I can address 2 or 3 different grade levels. I have that kind of material and skill and training from the district. The district actually put me through a lot of training, but new teachers don't. How do I tell them, okay, you are a 3rd grade teacher and the materials we're giving you in this, let's say, Success for All program, it's 1st grade level. So when we shut down Success for All for the day because we don't have enough teachers, because it's a staff intensive, those teachers go back to the room and they don't have a regular curriculum for literacy, ELA. Where are they getting their grade level standards for that year? They're never getting those standards for 2nd grade again, or 3rd grade, or whatever grade they're in. And even though, and I appreciate the new math materials and the new science materials, when I go and give these new teachers 10 manuals to look at and say, now go into your manual and you'll find information to teach your grade level standards, your curriculum. That's pretty overwhelming to them. And then there's the social emotional support. There's classroom management, which impacts behavior. And on some of the students, just because I've had the opportunity to work with occupational therapists, there's students that I can see right now need, they have sensory issues. We need an OT to evaluate them. Now, how they do it, I don't know, because I know there's a shortage of specialized staff all over. But that's what I had to say. I had a lot more. I even had a little fast PowerPoint, but really in the end, there isn't anything you can give us unless we get teaching staff to help us. Curriculum, different support people. They don't even know where to go. They get pulled out of their jobs and they have to cover too. Our administration, which I worry about when they're in subbing. And who do I call when there's an emergency? And I always say there should be one administrator wandering that campus at all times, because safety is our #1 priority for our students and staff and parents and community that come in. So that's all I have to say. I have a lot to say, and I could really break it down a lot. But 2 things: we need to think of something to bring staff or personnel into our school. Because to me, when we don't even have enough teachers and other schools have extra support, COSAs is what we call them. I wonder about that. Is it fair? And I'm not blaming anybody because I don't know what to do about it. But what do we do? What do we do to get just a core staff in place at our school? Because this is like it's not getting better. It's getting worse. At least 2 or 3 times a week, I'm having to take other students from different grade levels, which impacts my students' learning. So I want to thank you for listening to me. And if you have any questions, you know where I am. I'm still there. And I have to say that in the summer, Jennifer Lane gave me the opportunity to go into the school and try out some curriculum so I could do intervention support. And then I've always worked with Paige, and we always say those 2, and always it's the driving force of whatever I do. It's always like, it's for the kids. Okay, we're going through this, but in the end, you got to keep going. It's for the kids, and that's why I'm here. Not for me. I can actually go at any time, but it's for the kids. It's not fair to our students at Hoopa L. They need a fair opportunity for an education. So thank you.
Thank you. 33 years that I know of experience in this district.
That's right.
Yes.
I'm really nervous, so just kind of bear with me. I just came to the board because I think Carly is being mistreated as a special needs child in the classroom. And I think her her aide. She's a wonderful woman. I really like her, but she's not educated in how to treat autistic children. The school is providing her an aide, which I'm very grateful for, and blessed to have her for Carly, because she is a wonderful lady again. But she was not educated and guiding her to have a productive day, and she also needs to be educated on how to treat autistic kids. Her aide says, don't go around, tells other children, don't go around Carly because she's bad influence. I heard that from another parent that heard that. There was different ways that I suggested to Mr. Ingles to how to approach Carly on certain things and everything I suggested, and he said that doesn't work for Carly. She's a child, she's 5 years old, and he's an adult. And I say, well, one time I told him to set a timer that works for her, have her like have a little bit of control. And he said, that doesn't work for her. I tried that. Well, he needs to have like a softer face or softer something to approach her. Because she's not going to listen to somebody that's going to make her do stuff and talk to her in an angry manner. Carly, she runs out of the classroom into the rain. Her aide follows her around outside and says she doesn't listen and she will not go inside. Again, this is an adult. And Carly, don't listen. I requested that Carly have a functional behavior plan. Several people evaluated her. The staff that she works with is labeling Carly as having a behavior problem. She doesn't have, every kid has a behavioral problem. But Carly has severe communication problems. She can't communicate with any one of you, nobody, until you warm up to her. And her survival mechanism right now is to scratch, bite, hit, pinch, throw things, because she gets to that anxiety level to where I'm going to protect myself. I don't know how to do this. She's autistic. So yeah, I just want to bring that to somebody's attention. I've been in REP meetings and asked that her aide be have some kind of training, but everybody just talks around me and nothing happens. Like it's oh yeah, it's available. Oh no, it's not available. Her last IEP meeting, they talked about, I can't remember the CES or CIS, something anyway. They just talked around in circles. Thank you, honey. About giving her aid help. Today, she has another aide that comes to the after school program. She was looking all around for Carly and Carly was nowhere to be found. She was sitting in the office because her teacher aide left for the day and left her in the office where she was supposed to take her to the safe spot where she's supposed to be every day. Like the teacher aide should know this by now, where to take Carly, but she left her in the office today. And where is Carly supposed to go? She doesn't know. Didn't know where to go. Her aide had to go look for her. And also her peers at school are retaliating against her. On October 2nd, this boy went into a rage and chased Carly throughout the playground. Carly was running and screaming and crying for help. And her aide Kahala stopped this little boy, and then his mom came running out of the classroom and told Carly, see Carly, that's what happens when you push older kids. And that's a staff member. On November 2nd, this other child, these two boys ganged up on Carly in the cafeteria. One punched her in the stomach and the other one pinched her in the chest. On November 3rd, this other child, same child, put slime in Carly's hair, and it was the first time I ever did braid it. She is seeing Dr. Israel from Kamal Medical Center. He's a child psychologist, and she's also being referred from UCSF to the child psychiatrist. I'm trying to fix what the school is doing to her. I don't know what the solution is. I can't go to the school all day with her. All I know is Carly is being mistreated by all her staff members, all of her teachers, every single day. Because every day I'm hearing, oh, she pinched her, today she scratched her. Would you please cut her fingernails? Yeah, I can cut her fingernails, but what led up to her? What led up to that scratching incident? That's every day. And all I hear a lot of times is just when Carly is aggressive, there's always some kind of excuse why Carly is being aggressive. They don't tell me what happened before she got to be aggressive. All they say, she's just aggressive. All she does is pinch and hit and bite and do all this stuff. But why? There's a reason why she does that. She can't communicate with her. And in the cafeteria, I don't know what her aid is, what her lunch is, whether it's with Carly in the cafeteria or she takes her lunch the same time or whatever. But a lot of these bullying incidents does happen in the cafeteria. This one kid that's always involved, and his brother, got Carly up against one of the benches in the cafeteria one day, and Carly came home and said they hurt her back. So that's just another incident. I don't know where her aide was. And then her aide stands 10 feet away from her. So I did write to Mr. Ingalls and asked him if Carly can be taken to another spot to have her lunch, take her lunch out and sit somewhere else where it's safe for her, where she doesn't have to fight for her survival in the cafeteria just to eat. I don't know whether her aide is with her or she's out to lunch. I don't know, but Carly should not be in the cafeteria by herself. That's about all I have to say. She's had she's had 2 IEPs so far. One of them I requested that she had an aide, so she got an aide, but aide needs a little bit of support and looking to help them. Administration. Thank you so much.
Desiree, have you, has our special ed director been in your IEP meetings?
Mr. Ingalls?
No.
Oh, the director,
Miss Moya?
who?
Miss Moya?
No.
Okay.
She's actually standing right now. Yeah. Have you seen her in your meetings?
No.
No?
I've been at the meeting where you guys caught to determine that you did go one-to-one. She was there. There was a lot of people there.
But a meeting, but it wasn't an IEP.
Yeah, it was a parent request.
Oh, that meeting, I didn't request it.
Yeah.
I didn't request that meeting, but they said I did, so I went anyways.
Yes. Appreciate it.
Okay, I can talk to you more about this. later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do we have any other comments on closed session items? Okay, seeing none, we will be adjourning to closed session.
I'm sorry, I have a comment, not on a closed session item. It's very brief.
Is it? Are
I filled
you,
out a
so
form.
you have, yes, you have, item number 2
Yes,
in open session.
yes.
Okay,
Is this
we'll take
appropriate?
that when we come back into open session. Okay. Is there anything closed session?